Hello and welcome. And in this video, I'm talking about 7 strategies to double your sales in the next 90 days. Now, I was having a conversation with coaching clients this week and last week, and it dawned on me there are some simple things that often, as established coaches and consultants, we overlook. It's kind of like we've been in business a while and we put the blinkers on and we get caught up in, things that we're already doing or we've been doing last quarter, and we're trying to build on top of that. But what happens as well is we often lose sight of potentially what's the simple approach to generating new leads, which turn into prospects and clients. And so what I want to do is take a simple look at things that you could be doing right now, depending on wherever you're marketing, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, that you can actually implement as an overall strategy. And, for want of a better phrase or even topic, a lot of people are looking into ways that they can go into places like TikTok, Instagram, or grow what they've already got on these channels and go viral, let's say, just attract more views and waiting on those views to come in order to generate more clients. But there is a direct approach you can take with everything, and I want to take you through a few steps that you can use right now. So let me just share my screen. I've got a couple of things loaded up on my iPad that I just want to take you through, and I think you'll be able to implement these as we go through. So hopefully you can see, and if you've got any questions, guys, as I'm going through these, I know I said 7 steps, I've probably got 8 actually, and we're probably going to add a couple more in because I want to go through them fairly quickly. And if there's one that you want me to focus on more than others, or you've got questions, just ask, guys. Just drop a comment below this video. And if you've got a specific question or just want to know generally what else you could be doing, or specific questions to doubling your sales in the next 90 days, drop it in a comment and I'll come to your comment. So what I first want to do is look at what I've got highlighted here as the first point, which is LinkedIn. And so I'm just going to highlight there. There we are. So we can see. And let's say that we're marketing to whatever niche, right? A business niche, and our niche is on LinkedIn. What we could be looking at specifically is we can put content out on LinkedIn, right? And so, I know a lot of people who market on LinkedIn articles using the newsletter feature. And the cool thing about the newsletter feature is that it goes out to your connections as well as other people and asks them automatically to subscribe. So that means LinkedIn is distributing your content for you if you're publishing articles on a regular basis. It may be weekly or daily, depending on how prolific you are with your marketing. But usually what you want to do is push people to some type of lead magnet. It might be a guide. It might be, like a VSL. Could be a small, short video training, 5 to 10 minutes. A video sales letter is that. It could be a webinar, it could be a challenge. Whatever the lead magnet is that you currently use in your business, I'd recommend just use a guide, because really a lead magnet is just to get a hand raised. It doesn't necessarily mean that somebody's going to consume your content. And then what you're going to have from your lead magnet, I'm just going to underline this in red. Usually you're going to end up with this. If you're a coach or consultant, you want people to book a call. Now, if you're selling a course, you're going to push them to your checkout page, right? And usually that would happen off the back of somebody going onto the lead magnet and you upsell them. So let's say you have like a really mini funnel, nothing too complex, nothing complicated, or you may even just be qualifying and speaking to people in your DMs. I've sold a lot in DMs. It's a process that I use and teach my clients how to use that as well. And maybe it's something that you've even thought about. So let me just move that over here. And so I can see we've got a bit of overlap here. Let me just adjust my screen so we know that you're seeing everything clearly. Right. So we're going to look at strategy number 2 for LinkedIn. Now, this is the big one that a lot of people are wary of, but I've found a lot of success with this. And I've been marketing on LinkedIn like fully, properly since 2017. I joined LinkedIn back in, 2010, something like that. So I was on there for a long time. And I say was because I'm no longer on there, but I'm giving you the steps that will work for you. But you can use automation tools on LinkedIn. And I know a lot of people say that you shouldn't, but hear me out. I've got clients doing this. It isn't just me talking. I've got one client even last year. In the first 6 months of 2023, she did 100K just from this strategy I'm going to share with you, number 2. So number 2, let me choose a different color. I'll go with orange just so we can see some differentiation. You set up an automation tool on LinkedIn, and an automation tool simply means that it is going to automate some of the usual steps that you would take if you were using LinkedIn to attracting clients. For example, sending out new connection requests, just like we've got highlighted in green just underneath, and I'll just highlight in the red here what I'm talking about. So imagine instead of you or your VA needing to send out connection requests to new connections, i.e. building your audience, this software will do automatically for you. And the cool thing about this, and if you want to know what software to use, just let me know in the comments. Just put LinkedIn software and I'll tell you what software you can use, the one that I recommend. The cool thing about this is it will send out connections for you on a daily basis, and you can set the settings on these softwares so that they stay within known limits of what LinkedIn allow, meaning, what a typical human would do. And the cool thing about this is going to build your audience. So as you're putting your content out there and as you're marketing, you're automatically going to be building that audience on a daily basis. Now, here's the cool thing about automation. What it can also do is when you do connect with people, it can send out message sequences. So instead of just connecting with people and nothing happening, which I know a lot of coaches and consultants do experience because they've got their hands full with lots of different things, it can send out a message sequence where you can start to build up a relationship and also potentially put out soft offers, meaning like a lead magnet, a quiz, which is also a lead magnet, maybe a short VSL, a short video, and just test. You're testing whether or not the people that have accepted connections with you, that they're actually going to buy from you. And the cool thing about this is eventually by putting out that message and you sharing some type of lead magnet, you're going to have people who at some point will be interested to book a call with you, right? And here's the thing, when you're marketing on LinkedIn or you're marketing in general, any type of marketing, we know it's a numbers game, right, guys? It isn't, we want to connect with 100 people and 100 people accept. Generally, what happens is when you send out 100 connection requests on LinkedIn or even 150 in a week, you're going to get about a 30 to 40% acceptance rate. And then out of that 30 to 40% of people who've accepted, so let's say it's 30 people, you're probably going to get anything from 1 to 5 people who take you up on your follow-up message. So it really is just a marketing game where you've just got to go through the numbers. But the better you get at understanding what message triggers people, the more success you're going to find with converting those people that you've connected with and getting them to book a call. So that was number 2. So let's look at strategy number 3. And we're still on LinkedIn here, guys. So any of you are marketing on LinkedIn, not on LinkedIn, like even if you're not marketing on LinkedIn, let's say you're doing organic marketing on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, if you set up the automation, you don't really have to think about it too much. You hire a VA or somebody to manage it for you. And trust me, you're going to build up the connections and people are going to start seeing your messages. And if you've got valuable lead magnets and resources you can give away for free, that will get people into conversation. And that's all you need, right? You need a conversation to start so that you can talk to people. Step number 3 is event. So let's say you are running a webinar. You put an event onto LinkedIn to tell people about the webinar. They then confirm that they're attending the webinar. And if you are using automation, which obviously I would be recommending that you use, and so I'm putting the arrow there, what you can then do is grab those people's emails addresses, and as they register for the webinar, you dump them into your webinar follow-up sequence, your email sequence, which is, hey, here's the details to access the webinar taking place on Thursday next week. And during your webinar, you're going to show people what your offer is, and you're going to get new coaching or consulting clients to book a call, right? So let me just highlight that in red, just like the rest. Now, the sequences I've just shared with you, number 1 works really well on LinkedIn content, lead magnet, book a call. I've used that successfully to do over 100,000 just on LinkedIn like last year. But if you look at steps number 2 and 3, these ones have worked really powerfully for me. I've got clients using these right now. So steps 2 and 3. So they don't even post regular content. What they do is run automation on step 2. They do webinars on step 3. And that alone has resulted in 6-figure results, right? Like I said, if you guys want to know what software to use, just type LinkedIn software in the comments and I'll make sure I send you a DM with the software that you can use. So there's 3 strategies, guys. That's just LinkedIn. Let's have a look at Facebook. What can you do on Facebook? Well, Facebook, fairly simple. This one I use myself personally. You put out content. So let me just switch the colors around so we can see the differentiation. You share content, meaningful content. Guys, if you don't know what content to create, I have a method called the 6-week content rhythm. I've got a PDF and a walkthrough video of how to create social media content, and I'll give it you for free. Just comment below this video with the word 6 weeks, and I'll know what to send you. It's a 6-week content rhythm. Now, if you create the right type of content, Monday through to Friday, at least, you can go 7 days a week. You can post your content either in Facebook groups your own, groups that you're a member of, where they allow you to post, or on your personal profile to your followers. And usually what you're going to do is push people to a lead magnet or a direct offer, whether you're selling a workshop, consulting, or coaching program. And for most of you, I would expect that what you're going to do is end up on people booking a call. Very simple strategy. The key, and I'll say this again, the key is what content you create, which is my little star icon scribble that I'm putting around content. That's the key right there. You need to be able to create content that gets people to raise their hand. Now, here's the cool thing. And I'll see if I can find this. I'm going to share this with you. I had somebody reach out to me last week for one of my lead magnets. Get this, guys, really, really very short, cool story. He reached out to me and he said, Leon, can I have your 6-week content rhythm? The thing that I just said that I can give away for free, guys, right? And so he asks for that. I'm going to stop screen sharing for a second. I'm going to share what he sent me on Messenger, which is really cool. Let's see if I can find this. I'm going to share my entire screen, and then I'm going to go to images. So hopefully you can see this image, guys. If you can't see, just let me know, right? But here's a cool thing. This guy, Deepan from the UK, he used the training that I put in the 6-week content rhythm, the free guide that I give away. And look, he generated 113 leads literally within like a day. And he was like, wow, just wanted to share my results from my first post. This isn't a client, by the way, guys. He just grabbed my lead magnet. So I'm just going to come back. Hopefully that's shared on screen. What I'm going to do is I'll make sure that I get it to share on screen in a moment. So just give me a second. StreamYard has been playing up a little bit. So I want to see if I can get that back on screen and show you. But the point that I'm getting to is if you want to create meaningful content that gets you leads, just type the word 6 weeks in a comment below this video, and I'll send you that training, the PDF and the walkthrough video for free. So we've covered 4 strategies. I said I'd give you 7. I've actually prepared 8, so I'm going to over deliver. Here's number 5. So this one works. It works on both Facebook and Instagram, but I put them as separate because depending on what your preference is or where your niche hang out, whether they hang out on Facebook or Instagram, right, you're probably going to mark it on either. Now, the next best thing you can do if you just want to build consistency, and for those of you who are at least 7K a month up to about 30K a month, the way that you're going to grow and scale your coaching or consulting business is ads. It's that simple. You can do organic, and organic can work really well for you. But while you're building your organic following, you're probably going to supplement it with ads. And if you get your ads to work in the right way, it can really generate you great results. Now, what I'm about to share with you here in ads, I share a method called the £7 a day ad method, and it's very simple. Now, I learned this from a lady called Laurel Portier, but I learned it unbeknownst that I was already running like 75% of this strategy. But I want to shout her out anyway. She gave me a few tips that helped to refine the method, but it's very simple, but it's really powerful. And especially in this day where everybody's distracted. Now, imagine for a second that you create a 3-minute video, right? A bit longer than probably what a lot of people put on Instagram Reels and TikTok. But imagine you create a 3-minute video where you give value on one specific thing, not the whole cake, but like literally a slice of the problem that you would normally solve for your niche, right? You create this video and you put it out. And what happens is you share the videos to build an audience, and anybody who watches 25% or more, they're the people that you put your offers in front of, meaning a lead magnet, right? And the whole point of this is that you're putting your offers out in front of people who are paying attention to you. So rather than just saying, hey, I've got a webinar, I've got a free guide, I've got a free yada, 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 scripts, whatever it is that you're offering for free. Only the people who've seen your content previously and are paying attention to you actually see your offer. And that way you can literally run Facebook ads from £7 a day, $7 a day, €7 a day. And you're going to offer some type of lead magnet, but you're going to give value. And then the last part of it is that they can get free access to your lead magnet. And hey, presto, as with the previous strategies, you're probably going to get people to book a call. It's that simple, right? So this is on Facebook ads. As I said, it does work on Instagram ads in the same way. I run ads there as well. and then you're going to end up with people booking a call. Now, there is a way to go beyond book a call, which is, sending people directly to a checkout page. But I'm just dealing with coaches and consultants who just want to sell high ticket services and programs, because you're usually going to end up with a call because you're going to qualify the right people in who are going to invest anything from 5 to, let's say, 50,000 with you. So I'm putting strategy 5 and 7 together. I'm going to go back to strategy number 6. And this one is very simple. It's content. Now, the content process works the very same way that I explained for step 4 on Facebook. You've just got to know how to create different types of content: hand-raising content, long-form content. So I'm talking about written, then short-form videos, long-form videos, right? And yes, you can do long-form videos on Instagram as well. What I would suggest to you is that any short-form content you're putting out there, just think of it as like a starter at a restaurant, and your long form content would be the main course. Your short form is to attract. Your main course is to get people to know, like, and trust you, right? To the point where they can see that there is value in what you have, and potentially you have what it is that they're looking for. So those are the first 7 strategies. We've covered ads and organic content on Facebook and Instagram. And then the final one that I've got for you is YouTube. And just before I give you the last one, is this making sense, guys? Is this something that you could use if you're a coach and consultant right now? And the only reason why I'm sharing this is because it's working right now for me and clients. It's generating 6-figure results, multi-6-figure results, and it's stuff that you can use. But I find sometimes a lot of coaches and consultants, they get caught up with, let me just reshare my screen so you can see the strategies that I was sharing. Here we are. 4, 5, 6. So we've gone from content, lead magnet, book a call, and then ads, lead magnet, book a call. And the ads strategy that I was just giving you, and let me just come back. Remember, it's all about building an audience. First of all, if you want to run ads successfully, don't think, let me just put my offers out there and people will attend my webinars and so on. It doesn't work like that, in this day and age, unless you've got a big budget and you want to burn through some cash and you can afford to go, deep into the negative to buy a customer. And if you're at that level, you'll understand what I mean. And if you're not at that level, just listen to what I shared with you with my £7 a day strategy. If you want that strategy, actually have the training put together. I think it's on my website for about £50, and I can send you access to buy that course. It was like a 3-hour course that I did with a workbook and everything, showing you the exact scripts you can use to build your audience building videos, and then the type of offer ads you can put out there. Just put Facebook ads and I'll send you that link, and you can create ads for Facebook or Instagram. Final strategy, which is YouTube, which is number 8. Now, before I step into the final strategy, I just want to say, if you're creating content right now, or no matter how your business is set up, no matter, whether you're doing one-on-one or one-to-many, the biggest thing that you can do for yourself is to look around and make sure that you're on the right path that is giving you leverage, rather than just working hard. I've seen it myself. I've done it myself, and I've seen it in many other coaches and consultants many times, where they work hard, and they fall out of love with marketing their business, when actually it was the very thing that they wanted to do, which is spread the word, because they knew that they could help people. So don't end up stuck where you've got blinkers on, in the sense of, yes, you may be focused, but lift your head up and make sure that where you're going is going to take you to the end result that you're looking for. And I say that because you just don't want to get caught up in, I'm creating content because you see other people doing, or you're creating content because you see success on other platforms. Like, it doesn't matter what's going on elsewhere. What matters is what you want to create, your vision, and where do your niche hang out, and you show up there for them. If they're on LinkedIn, if they're on Facebook, if they're on Instagram, TikTok, wherever it is, YouTube, that's the key, to understand where my niche hang out, and you're just going to show up there, and you're going to do, what you need to do with regards to content and marketing to attract them in. So we're going to move on to 8, final one, guys. I'm just going to zoom in here. So this is the YouTube strategy that I've got here. And with the YouTube strategy, it is very similar to like what you'd use on TikTok/Instagram. But there is a real cool thing. And here's the cool thing. And make sure I got the right color. I believe it's orange. You create short videos, which are 60-second videos currently on YouTube. And off the back of those, what you want to do is attract people in to take a call to action, which is probably subscribe, or, hey, check out the other videos on my profile. So again, you're going to build up the attention. So you're going to attract people with your shorts. But what you want to have on your channels is long form content and put them into playlists so people can binge your content. I'll say that again. You put your long form content and put them into playlists so people can binge your content, right? Meaning if you've got like 20, 30, 60, even longer form 2-hour content, you put it into playlists that people consume. So if somebody's really in tune to what you're putting out, they can just watch your stuff. And the cool thing about this is you're going to lead people ultimately. So when they know, like, and trust you, they're going to book a call with you. And it's one of the things that I'd recommend that you guys really think about as a strategy. Now, how can you win? You can win by not just doing one of these strategies that I've shared with you. Do multiple. So for example, if you were doing LinkedIn, you could do the top 3 strategies that I've given you today. So I'm just going to just highlight these 3 here. Like, you could literally run them all together, right? And I see it so often where people get caught up in, I've only got one particular approach that I can use. And let me just reshare because I think my screen sharing has stopped for some reason. Let me just refresh this. All right. So I just want to make sure you guys catch this last part of what I want to share with you. Screen mirror. Here we are. iPad's thinking about it. Let's see if we can get it back on. So I'll let that do its thing while I'm explaining. But the point I wanted to get to is you don't want to get caught up in just one way of marketing your business, right? We need to figure out, especially on your way to 6 and multi-6 figures, what we're doing here is testing your message. We're testing your offers, meaning your soft offers like lead magnets, right through to free strategy call, free coaching call, to the point where we've got a person who's booking in because they've seen your offer and now they're on a qualifying or application call, right? And the key thing that I want to get across is your job is to figure out which conversion mechanism, the thing that converts a lead to a prospect to a client, is working for you. Now, the cool thing about all of these, you'll probably notice they all led to a lead magnet and then book a call. Now, the point of that is if you have a lead magnet, you're probably going to be collecting names, emails, maybe even phone numbers to send people text messages. And that in itself is powerful because while you're building your audience, you're going to build an email list. And that email list, you can then also go back to an email, right? Now, if anything happens to any of your social media profiles, you've now got a database that can be active and you can market to. So the power is not taken away from you. If for any reason your audience, I don't know, your profiles are shut down, YouTube channel shut down, LinkedIn account shut down. I had my LinkedIn account shut down last year. Facebook accounts can be closed, even Instagram, right? And so as you're doing, your marketing, as you're carrying out your marketing campaigns, remember to build your email list at the same time, guys. And all of the things that you then share with your audience on social media, you can then push to that email list to get them re-engaged, either watching videos, reading content, and pull them back in to book a call. So those are the 8 strategies. For some reason, I couldn't get my iPad back on. I'm not sure. What is it saying? There's an issue with AirDrop or something. So we'll leave it at that, guys. But if there's any other resources that you want with what I've shared today, 6-week content rhythm. If you want my Confirmed by Chat script on how to sell in DMs and qualify new prospects, if you want the £7 a day Facebook ads course, I think it's like £50. Just comment in the comments below this video with whatever it is that you need, and I'll reach out to you and send you access either to the free resource or the online courses. And if you need any extra help, guys, just let me know and I'll come to your comment and answer you individually. On that note, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you on the next video. Bye-bye.